Hi, welcome to my prototype presentation. So this is Oracle. It's a web-based platform aimed at users who want to discuss anything to do with environmental solutions and sustainable technology. It's basically a platform offering space on the web for like-minded people to discuss, plan, or maybe just read content based on sustaining our environment. So hopefully you get the gist. Firstly, there is a reason behind this blank home screen. I will get onto that later. The site is responsive. I just want to show you what happens to the navigation at certain breakpoints. So it hasn't necessarily been optimised for mobile, which I know is imperative when designing a site, but it does work quite well in mobile view. So firstly, you have the primary navigation whereby the user can log in via Facebook or Google, which is a widely used method logging in via an external site because it's highly convenient for the user. It offers quick functionality and accessibility, etc. Or they can log in manually or sign up themselves. Secondly, you've got this intelligent search box, which will, once the database has been populated, pick up any post in relation to keywords and hashtags. The side navigation area was where my main UX and design focus honed in. I used a professional colour theme with hints of energetic pink and green, just to jazz it up a bit, and I avoided the stereotypical green interface that other sites use who have a similar user base. So the side navigation contains all of the topics, the chosen topic that you're on, active link, and topics trending, ordered by date, ordered by relevance, and the amount of posts there are. So, since my research showed a high volume of users that liked Slack's layout due to its organisation of content and simplicity, I decided to base my design inspiration on them by emphasising the side navigation and the wide content area, similar to that of Slack's. I was going to design a side nav that contained two columns like this, 1, 2 in the main content, but this did prove to be problematic. However, I did come up with a solution. Problematic because of the amount of data that can be manipulated by the user, so you don't want to have a huge, column that scrolls forever. So instead I made these smart little sub navigation areas which allow you to scroll through them and the background stays fixed. Anyway, the core element of this prototype is to show you a small scale version of the chatting application itself. So once a user clicks on a question, JavaScript box asks him to enter the name, and Ajax pulls in the main content. So you've got the question here, the date, the guy that sent it, detail and hashtags. And then in this box here, the user can respond. So in terms of the technicalities, the PHP handles the server-side script and Ajax jQuery Ajax with the client side. This element didn't require a database, which was perfect for prototyping the UI and layout. New messages are sent to a .text file, which is then read and the state is retrieved. The security of this prototype is basic, and so it's imperative that the database is secure once populated and that user content is controlled by admin. So in terms of the client-side handling, jQuery, JavaScript and Ajax combine to load the messages at regular intervals without screen refresh. You can scroll the chat down to the most recent message and it asks and sets the username if in guest mode. I've also put a limit on the text input to prevent troll messages, and the .text file stores the chat contents. Next steps will be to get the database up and running to save and retrieve messages and their corresponding users' name, time and date, etc. This will include the post and get methods. So users also have the option of posting a new question here. They need to fill in the title, hashtags and detail question, followed by choosing a category that the question fits into. This will correspond to these posts. Lastly, I just want to show you what could have filled in that blank area in the main content bit that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So this is potentially my main menu. They're clickable nodes which change up over the course of 10 intervals, so you'll see in a minute. So you've got the topics, the rectangle here, and then anything relating to it, the topic areas. I just thought this sort of imagery made the site feel dynamic, it's interactive, it kind of represents connectivity and synchronicity, which is what I wanted the users to feel. It looks a little bit like a plant membrane or something, so it's pretty relevant. Anyway, I welcome any questions. Thanks so much for watching.